Yo, yo, yo. It's Thursday night. We're back. The boys are back in town. I didn't leave town, but Dean did. It's me, your boy High Five Vega, joined as always by the man, the myth, the legend. A You can compare Dean to an unexpected 3 day weekend.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh man, that hurts.
an unexpected 3 day weekend, or when you go to Olive Garden, they give you extra mints. It's like, oh, okay, yeah,
Dude,
I like,
the
yeah,
best part about Olive Garden is the white sauce for dipping the breadsticks in.
yeah, the Alfredo, or yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Mhm.
Duh. Like honestly, I could do that salad and
Oh, the
chicken
soup.
gnocchi.
Yeah, yeah, the soup and the breadsticks. That's all you need.
Yeah, I don't care for anything else on the menu.
Yeah,
I mean, I hate getting it to go because it's
it's
like
not as good.
no, and it's like I just want the soup.
Yeah.
It's like I want two things of soup and that's it.
Mhm. Yep.
Not three, not four, two. I want two bowls of soup. I want a little bit of salad, and I want like three breadsticks, and I'm golden.
Yeah.
And
That's the
that's
perfect
it.
combo. That's why they offer it like that now, because they've figured out like people. That's what they're coming for.
I mean, that's what I'm coming for.
Yeah.
You
No one
know,
gives a shit about the Alfredo. Uh,
yeah.
the chicken Alfredo. I don't. Anyways.
Although I did have some. Where did we go to? We went to the crazy Italian restaurant that's like a chain that has it's like Boca de that it's not Boca de Ciao, but it's something like
Right.
that. But it's like your family style and all this crap, and they give you
Mm,
outrageous amounts of food.
I'm sure
And
I'd know it if you said it, but yeah.
it sounds like that. Hold on, Haley texted it to me because she was like, "Oh my god, you guys are there!" And I'm like, "Yes,
Like having a grilled cheese and homemade tomato soup.
Brew, that's
That's
the best." There it is. It is Boca de Pepe. See,
Boca de Pepe.
see, there you go. We
Pepo.
went to
Yeah.
so Brian, Fred, Fernando, myself, and then the two dealers and a rep with his wife. We all went to Boca de Pepe. I want to say Thursday night. It was really good, as
Yeah.
expected. But I had a chicken parm, and one of the lady that was with us ordered broccoli, and it was the best butter garlic broccoli. Probably not a lick of healthiness in that broccoli because it tasted so good, and it
Yeah.
gave me gas all weekend.
Uh,
Listen, you can fight over how it's spelled. I really don't care. I'm not going to announce it. I'm going to pronounce it wrong. I don't give a shit. Okay, let it go, Chris. Let it go. You should know by now. It's not worth it. Zero cares. So,
so,
but no, it was good. It was good, and it was cheap.
that's
Because
shocking.
everything. Oh yeah, dude. Trust me, this is the worst food prices I've ever had at Vegas. Like we were just there at the
Yeah.
Virgin, and like it was fine. Like nothing was crazy. It was like normal prices, like Disney prices. Bro, we went and got the first day we were there. We got some taquitos at Guy Fieri's place, and they were really good. Don't get me wrong; it was
Yeah.
all good. It tasted fantastic. We got these raspberry iced teas that were handmade. Oh, they were so good. It was $75 with tip.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And
Yeah,
then
that's
the one night that we threw in the towel and we're like, we're going to bed. We got these turkey sandwiches, California turkey clubs. So that means
yeah.
they had the green shit on them. And there again, two turkey sandwiches with fries and two bottles of water. There again, another $70. I was like, are you? I mean, seriously. I mean,
That's why I just go to In-N-Out.
dude, the
Get a whole meal.
cheeseburgers were $29. I
My
don't
see,
care how special your cheeseburger is. There's not a
oh
cheeseburger
no.
worth $29 unless the cow is dead in the back.
Yeah.
And you can hear him as you're cutting his, like, and you're totally into that kind of disgusting thing. Ugh. But anyways, it was
That's a little excessive.
yeah. And then we did go to Nubadoo,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Is overhyped.
I tell you what, the portions were for what you paid. The portions were ridiculous. However,
Yeah.
everybody was full. I mean, when I say ridiculous, dude, we got appetizer tacos. Okay, And remember when you were a kid and you would get the
little
taco?
frozen tacos.
Yeah, and the
Yeah, yeah.
tacos were like these little tiny like
Uh-huh.
things. Okay, no. These were smaller. They were literally 2 inches by 1 inch, and I got the
Jeez.
vegetarian ones because everything else was beef,
Right.
and it just had like this green stuff in it that looked like if someone like if you took Kentucky Fried Chicken coleslaw and dyed it the brightest green you could ever possibly imagine. That's what this looked like in a taco that was
Mm.
this big. It was good. Don't get me wrong. It was good. And I think it expanded in water as you ate it. Cause like we were all full when we were done, but you're just looking at it going,
You know what it
how?
was like the Back to the Future 2, where you put it in the
Yeah.
microwave and it expands? That's what it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then you put it in your mouth and it expands. I had this little tiny piece of cheesecake that was like this big. It was so cute. And I'm like, that was $30. But I was full when I was done. So I was like, okay. It was good.
Yeah.
It was good. The food was great. If you're going for portions, you're going to be sadly mistaken.
Yeah.
But which I'm fine with because I can't eat a lot anyway. So
It's no Texas de Brazil, huh?
it is not Texas de Brazil, and I can tell you, um, yeah, no. This restaurant is not Chris Vera approved at all.
Yeah.
He would leave angry. We'd be going to the next restaurant down the strip that's much cheaper, so we could finish off
To get some burgers.
or get anything because like shit. Just put an incriminator death row 15 on it. Okay. Half
Oh,
ominous. Too damn violent. Speaking of too damn violent, nope, I would be mad. Yeah, you would. I wouldn't take you there. No. Mm-mm. I'd find a nice buffet. Um, so which we did go to a Korean barbecue, and I'm pretty sure he'd be about all that. That was cheap. That was like $40 all you could eat.
yeah.
Which means I didn't eat a lot. I had like 2 little chicken cutlets. I had the egg flambe, very yummy.
Yeah.
But back to car audio because that's why we're here. Speaking of like crazy ass bass, so Gately was there, our good friend Bobby.
I've seen that.
Bobby
Yeah.
Gately, the man, the myth, the legend, the coolest guy in car stereo for sure. That flip flop wearing guy, just want to hug him. But don't because he knows like jujitsu or karate or some, Asian martial arts. Anyways, he had eight tens in this under seat box with 8 of the Tory, not Tory, what are they called? The alcohol. Truly,
Truly.
the Truly subs, the ones with all the cool little magnets that go around the huge voice coil.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Neo. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. He had that there, and I sat there and we talked and listened to it. It was really cool. It was really cool. Yeah. Yeah, I ain't rolling with nobody, man. I ain't into hucklebucking. Nope. No, I like people over there and me over here and go, hey,
Yeah.
not none of that. Korean barbecue is the best. It was really good. It was really good. They were pretty pricey. 16. Yeah, I know, and he had 8 of them. So, and he had a 6.5 in the center of the dash, which was really cool in his F-150. But it was really nice. It sounded fantastic. I think it was the only car I listened to while I was there.
Wow.
I just didn't have time, but I wanted to hear his because it's Bobby, and Bobby's cool. I still haven't even heard Brian's car yet.
I didn't hear Brian's car either.
Yeah,
Even we're at finals.
yeah. It'll actually be here in Tampa in like 2 or 3 weeks.
Jeez.
Because he's going to this Florida International Home Show, so they're driving it out here to do that, and I'm like, God damn.
I couldn't imagine driving from California to Florida.
No, I don't want to do it. He's done it so many times. It's scary.
That just well, I mean that lets you know what's wrong with Brian. That's what makes him tick.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's ticking.
Yeah.
Ticking. So Brad will be here, and then that Monday we'll have them both on the show because they're going to do a product announcement.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. We're being real subtle about it. which is to say you could probably figure it out if you pay attention to the show, because
things be happening.
Yeah. I've noticed a lot of Amish in Florida on my way home from Miami. There is there's not a lot of Amish in Florida. There's a very small amount of Amish in Florida, and they're all in one area down in South Florida. But that's really about it. They're not like all over the place. They have they build, what do they build? They build like I think they have a custom gazebo facility where they make custom gazebos. Don't ask me why I know that, because I don't know. But yeah, I think that's what they do down there. So congested. No, I got my ass kicked, man. I got back from Vegas and I was just hammered. Like, I got off the plane and the girls were like, let's go eat. And I was like, yeah. I'm sitting there eating and I'm falling asleep. I'm like, I need to go home now. But I've lived in America. We got Amish. Yeah. Yeah, we don't have that many here.
Yeah.
I believe the kicker 3.5 coaxials in the center channel. Well, okay. Okay. That was dumb.
It sounds like a good thing that would happen.
Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't blow anything, man. That just means you didn't properly set it up. That's a shame. That's not anything to brag about. You keep that one to yourself. Because now we have to pound your ass.
He got all the power now.
3.5. What chance
all the power
have?
He set the gains with the DD1.
You ain't setting the gains with the DD1 on a Blackbird. I'm going to tell you that right now.
So he can get full maximum output. Okay.
Okay. So in a Blackbird or any of the Arc Audio stuff, there are 4 peak light indicators built into the software that are on no matter what page on the software you are on, located on the bottom of the page. And you can trace the signal all the way through, not just one, not just see like, here's the final blinkety blink. No. You can watch it the whole way through and see where it's going bad. They even have a meters section where if the little lights aren't enough, you can go to the meters page and it'll give you like even more lights to go, hey, dipshit, don't do that.
Stop.
Yeah. So there's 4 peak lights depending on where you're at and what gain structure you're using in a Blackbird. So there's absolutely no reason.
But here's how I imagine this happen. Chris sets it up. Got to take it to clipping, right? The 3.5s. Then you got to hit the super bass on the 3.5 coax. Get that center mid pumping, you know. That's what set it up over the top.
Yeah, okay. Or he turned on the up mixer and tried to tune it with the up mixer on. That's the one thing that people don't understand. If you do want to use the up mixer, you have to tune it before you turn on the up mixer.
Oh my God, you had it set 35 hertz?
350. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Dude, so you have
the super bass.
Even worse is in Arc Audio. If you go to tools, there's a button that says plot. P-L-O-T. Plot. And if you click on the plot tool, you can literally go through and see what every single speaker is doing at all times. Meaning you can see the EQ curve, you can see your volume, you can see your phase, you can see your crossover points. Every single thing you can turn on and off individually and make sure that that speaker is doing exactly what it's supposed to do. It's pretty awesome. And I know I used it today, as a matter of fact, because for some reason I had accidentally turned off join crossovers on my mid-range and mid-bass. And so when I got done, I launched the plot tool and I just turned it all off and went through one at a time. And I go, hey, where's my crossover? Oh, shit. Yeah. They were cranking for sure.
At least they're cheap. They're pretty cheap. So you can't replace
he's
them.
Pretty cheap guy, though. He's probably upset about it.
No.
Dean, did you guys get the PS12 there yet? As a matter of fact, yes. I have it. It's at work. It's sitting on the counter. We haven't done anything with it, obviously, because we've been trying to, like, exist. And I've been feeling like shit. So the pressure in my head is enough to make me just want to stab myself. But no, we have the PS12. Yep.
There you
It's
go.
pretty exciting. Pretty exciting. Because it's the exact same size as the PS8.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it 50 watts by 12?
No, this is PS12. This is just 12, 8 in, 12 out DSP.
Oh, okay.
This
So
is their new 8 to 12 DSP only. So think of a
okay.
Blackbird minus amplifier.
Right.
So for everyone that's like, oh, I wish I had a 12-channel DSP. And you know what's going to say now is everyone's going to be, I wish I had a 16-channel DSP.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be like, quit your bitching. If you look at the ARC Audio pictures, you'll see the answer to that question. Has USB-C now too? Honestly, I haven't even looked at it. Okay, that's how bad it is. Like I took home the Nighthawk and the 16.
Yeah.
And then it's like, man, when I guys, I'm gonna tell you, I have not done shit. This is the most I've been up since I've gotten home. I was going to bed at 8 o'clock, and I was getting hate on by Sue for going to bed at 8 o'clock. Okay, she can sleep in till 2 in the afternoon. I go to bed at 8 o'clock, and I'm like, oh, I can't believe you went to bed at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
I'm dying over here.
How old are you? 75 years old? Yeah.
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 16 channels coming too. Well, it's funny. So technically, I can't answer that question. However, if you go back and look at the show pictures from Knowledge Fest, and they took this beautiful picture of the wall that they erected, and in the far corner, if you look closely at the image that they put on that banner by accident, you might have the answer to that question.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
So,
because hey, look at that. I go, do I have to?
exactly. But we do have a loose topic for today.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That is what's happening in car audio 2025 that we haven't already talked about. What's coming out, game changers, anything, or just boring old model refreshes.
Okay, so I can say this. As soon as the show's over, I have an NDA to sign with the manufacturer that is backed by someone we all know and love. And they're introducing, which we all know, Project M or whatever the hell it is they're coming out with. So I'm pretty excited to find out what it is.
Yeah.
So we'll be working with them here shortly. And I can't say shit other than that, I get to put some blood on a piece of paper and not be able to talk about it for another month and a half. Damn it. So pretty excited about that. That'll be neat. The funny part is we all kind of thought like we were going to see some newer stuff at Knowledge Fest, like
right,
because there's a lot of new stuff coming out, but there really wasn't much. I was shocked. Like Audison released their new line of Voce 2s, which is a dumb name. Just want to throw that out there. I feel that's a really stupid name. Just change the name, call it something else, or just call it the new Voce. I don't know, but Voce 2 just it's not a cell phone. What's that?
2025 Voce, like an iPhone.
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems dumb, Rockford Fosgate isn't until third quarter, so there's nothing to get excited about there. I'm gonna get in trouble if I don't shut up on archives. No, it's okay. Go to town. I mean, listen, we're not trying to hide it. Okay, we're not trying to hide it. It's like, oh my gosh, is that Mary Lou? Dude, is your phone broken? Did you get held captive? Dude, we've been literally trying to get a hold of her for like a month now. Just like for her to pop up in this is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, bro, what the hell? I was almost gonna buy a ticket just to go make sure she's alive. Kenwood head units are a game changer. So the one thing you gotta So the one thing you gotta keep in mind about the Kenwood stuff, which is got the shirt on, it's not just Kenwood. The bigger part of this is IDATA. So IDATA has set the standard that is this new Apex kit line. So the Apex kits moving forward are going to be, think of it as 2025. We went from single DIN and double DIN to S8 and FL. So FL is float, S8 is factory fit 8-inch screen. Okay. So these are two new categories that have never existed before and are available to anybody that wants to build their products according to the IDATA spec. Okay, so it's not like this is secrets. It's not like Alpine, Sony, Pioneer. All these guys can do this. There's actually some brands there. They're like, oh yeah, we already know about the spec. We're already working on it. But not companies that you would think. Most of the companies that you would think were coming over there, going to Fernando. Hey man, can you tell us what we're looking at here? And Fernando's like, yeah man, come on. Meanwhile, IDATA's in the back laughing their asses off because they're going, bro, they should already know. Like we went and pitched it to them, and they were like, I don't know. I've had more calls this week from other manufacturers going, hey, so I know you'll be honest with me, but so tell me, how can my phone was confiscated. Oh gosh, okay, that's a lie. So going, hey, so tell me more about how this new Kenwood stuff works. I'm like, it's not new Kenwood. New IDATA. Kenwood's just the first to do it, and you can't do anything. You don't have any products. There's nothing you can do. This is gonna go into cars that you have absolutely no possibility of ever going in. Oh, so what you're saying is we're pretty much out of the loop. I'm like, yeah. You missed the boat, so you better hurry up and get on it because, like, there's 11 kits in stage 1, and there'll be Jeeps and trucks and cars, and then there'll be phase 2, and then there'll be a phase 3, and then that's what they have for this year. So there's going to be like the amount of cars that this is now going to cover that have never been able to be covered before is crazy.
That's good.
Yeah. So basically what they did is James and the team have spent the last 10 years, why they've been doing the whole IDATA, mapping and making smart modules, is they would map everything. So they would measure screen sizes, dash locations. They could do all the math. And so if you want to think about it, what it is if you were to take like a speaker bracket, universal speaker bracket that comes in like a 6x9, like a 6903, where it's like this 6x9 will fit in 10 different hole configurations.
Right.
That's basically what you're looking at for this screen. So they figured out where to put all the holes, what size to make it, how thick it needs to be. And they're like, if you make this screen to this spec, we have all these kits that we can bolt onto this and go into the factory locations without a dash kit.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, that's cool. And obviously they have the Kenwood arm, but obviously maybe, I don't know if Boss is going to do anything like this, but you'd probably,
everyone
you'd expect like Pioneer and, I don't know how
actually,
hard-headed
I think Boss will probably first to market with it before any of those guys, because
Really?
they've been working with IDATA the closest lately.
Oh, okay.
Because they just got IDATA approval. So now all their radios are shipping IDATA compatible. So that's really cool. And they're down, like they have money to spend. They're coming out with a whole new line of shit. So
yeah.
And
Well, they got a good bump whenever no one else had units, and they were getting put in a lot of things. So,
and so Boss has officially changed their name to Elite. So it is Boss Elite, but Boss is nowhere visible on the product anymore.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah. So all the new radios just say Elite. They have new packaging. It looks gorgeous. Oh my god, it's gorgeous packaging. But the caveat is there has to be a Boss somewhere. So when you buy the radio, it comes with a screen protector that says Boss on it, and you peel it off, you throw it away, and it no longer says Boss anywhere. And there's a little tiny Boss icon on the side of the amplifier somewhere where you can't even see it. So they were like, yeah, we'll put it on there. Jesus Christ. So yeah. Well, it's funny too, because Pioneer was one of the companies that called me and was asking me like, hey, tell me more about this. And will our pieces be anything like that? I'm like, no, dude.
Yeah.
No. And they were like,
Pioneer
really?
is in such sad shape now.
Well, so they did have their new Atmos, 4-channel Atmos, that apparently was really cool. I didn't get a chance to hear it, but Ada got to hear it, and a couple
What's
of my
that doing in
buddies.
a car though?
It's surround. I mean,
But
it's
it's
like
like
woo!
the whole thing with Atmos is height, right?
Right. It's so like Herman did Atmos in his BMW at MasterTech, and that was
I'm
cool.
with Sean.
Matters that to me. I'm not saying it's. I'm like, look,
Yeah.
hey, we all know how I feel. Okay, let's just move on. Because, anyways, but like, so Herman had the Atmos car that had real Atmos. It was like 9.1.2 or whatever the hell it was, and that was incredible. Like, because it had the 4 or 6 speakers on the ceiling, and yeah, it was pretty insane. And there again, I think it's cheeky. It's
Yeah.
cheeky. It's a neat little thing. It's
I've heard very few surround sound type systems in cars that really sounded great. But I have heard a few that sounded really good.
yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, I just don't know how surround does in a car.
Right.
I like,
That's where I'm at with it. Yeah.
yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I like what we do to a car with rear fill.
Yeah.
Um, with the up mixer, I think that's which is technically surround.
Yeah.
I
Well,
like it for a
used to
certain
be
client.
I used to be hardcore just front stage only as well, but I like rear fill now myself as well.
So, like, I do too. Oh, geez, earthquake. One of the things that we've done a lot lately is pass on the rear fill, just because of price.
Right.
Like the Mustang we just got done with, that I really did a very poor job of going deep on Instagram on, but we ended up just doing a Blackbird 3-way up front and sub. And the reason why we had all intentions of like, he wanted a radio and he wanted rear speakers and and the list was long, and the next thing you know, you're up to 10 grand. And he's like, okay, so let's go back to the drawing board. It's like, and you're like, okay, listen, I know right where you want to be. And if we get rid of the radio, we go IDATA. And if we get rid of the rear speakers, we can get rid of the second amplifier. We can go to a smaller, more efficient subwoofer instead of a high, we can cut this number in almost half.
Right.
And it's like, what, really? I'm like, yeah, dude. I mean, when you do the math, it's like, okay, so you want a rear speaker that matches the front speaker. He went flax. That's a like $500 or $600 coaxial. The extra amplifier is like $1,000 plus installation. We won't even get into that. You got higher end subwoofers that handle more power. So what he was originally going with, that was like another $500 to $800. And it's like, then you got all the installation on top of that. Then you got sound treatment on top of that. And then you have, and then you have, and it's like, if we get rid of all of that, we streamline this down to an IDATA interface, an 8-channel amplifier, 2 subs, and 6 speakers. This brings on a whole new price point that like you can afford.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't think anyone's really ever complained about having a 3-way set and like, oh, I have to have rear fill. It's like, no, if you got a good 3-way set and it's set up well, even a 2-way that's set up well, I mean,
there again, if you have so much sound coming from the front, what is the rear going to do?
Right. Yeah. It's just there for that little,
right
little
behind your head.
crispiness.
Whispering in your
ear. I think, let's see, Trap House TV, size and cash not being an issue, Morel MPS 4.400 or the Sundown Salt 200.4.
So I'm not real familiar with the Sundown Salt. So the MPS 440 is an AB class. It's one of Morel's. It's their oldest amplifier. Like, they've been making that thing forever. It's like 70 watts by 4. It's not a lot of power. It's kind of a compromise between size and power. Like,
right.
it's not the smallest amplifier, but it's not the biggest amplifier. It's got a nice, warm, and very inviting sound to it. But you also have to keep in mind it's only 70 watts by 4. So, there are some speakers that might require a little bit more than that. Depends on, what you're doing. That amplifier was literally brought out for like their Virtus and below, not their Virtus and above. So it's a really nice amplifier. And I was going to do 3 of them in my car because I was going to bridge them, because you can bridge the shit out of them and get 150 watts by 2.
Yeah.
Which then makes it a real contender. That's why I have so many of them, because that was the plan. So, but no, it's a nice amplifier. I don't, but I'm not real familiar with the salt. I mean, I'm assuming if it's 50 watts by 4 Class D,
No, it's
then
200 watts by 4 Class
oh well,
D.
screw that, man. That's gonna kick the shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's their highest quality amp that they
Yeah.
make.
Yeah.
So it's not cheap. It depends on what speakers you're using these on. If
Right.
you use them on speakers that need power, I'd probably go salt. If
Yeah.
70 watts by 4 sounds good to what you're doing, maybe go with the Morel. I guarantee it's cheaper than that salt.
Or check out one of the X2 Arc Audio amplifiers.
There you go.
Yeah. Or if you want full crazy, just pick yourself up some Moscone.
There you go.
Yeah.
Do the what's the A class, the
Zero.
300 by 2 or
Yeah,
whatever.
the Zero. Yeah.
Yeah, the Zero. Yeah, the Zero. Yeah. Yes, I have to have rear fill on the
To an
Jeep.
Arc. You don't have a choice with that Jeep, LOL.
With the rear fill. Yeah. I don't have much choices with the Jeep at all. Right now.
You know, down DS18's got all kinds of choices for you, bro.
No, those things are ridiculous. They got like the 12s in the
Oh,
no,
yeah,
thank
I
you.
know.
The 4-inch that are in there right now rattle that after I've sound treated it.
So the fact that the Morel's an AB and the Salt is a D, don't like that. That really is not that important. I mean, I know
Right.
some people's
Yeah.
heads just what? No, it's not. I mean, if it's
Unless
a really
it's
good
super
Class
technical.
D,
Right.
yeah,
And
you're not.
it is that in this case, that is their high end amp. It's not like you're getting the Brazilian style full bridge Class D with this. This is
Right.
an expensive amp that they make.
Are you full Arc Audio now, Dean? No, God, no. No, I'm just there again. In my head, I'm just looking at price and performance. Okay, so I got a good idea what those amplifiers go for. And something that's close in price is going to be like the Arc Audio, okay, the X2s. That's all. Moscone is out of that price point for the most part.
Right.
You know, you could do an LC 4.800 from Audio Control. It's a real solid big 120 watt or 110 watt class, you know, whatever amplifier that's reasonably priced. You know, so there's tons and tons of amplifiers to go with.
Right.
It's like, but no, I don't even sell the X2s, to be honest with you. I mean, it's like we can't. We have other people that sell them here in town. All we can sell is the Blackbird. So all the Arc Audio I sell is a Blackbird and a Nighthawk, and that's it.
That and JL Audio. Big time JL Audio dealer right there.
So did you hear about what JL Audio did?
Something new besides what I already knew.
They fired all of their reps effective July 1st.
Oof.
So you have until July 1st to wrap up all your affairs with them, and then there will no longer be any JL Audio reps.
So they're not rehiring it.
They're going to a whole different distribution, and that's it. So they're done.
They're going to SCAR method.
So Garmin already has pipelines in place to
Right.
get their product out. They're just moving to that. You know, they have, listen, it's a $400 billion company. They have their ways of doing things that they look at our antiquated shit and be like, we don't want to do it that way. Why are we paying these guys? We have a whole pipeline we can move shit through.
Yeah.
So, 30 years for some of them. Oh yeah, dude, like this is millions of dollars of shit going crazy. Garmin is going to buy JL Audio, I promise. No, Barry. Oh, Barry.
Yeah,
I thought
Barry,
I don't think so. I think they're going to do whatever it is they have a plan to do.
Right.
That's probably not going to make a lot of the JL Audio 12 volt people happy, but I don't think they give a shit. You know, that's not. They didn't buy them to make us happy.
No.
You know, they bought them so they could OE the shit out of them.
Exactly. And JL for the longest time has been like Nazi JL. You sell Rockford Fosgate? No, you're not having JL.
Yeah.
You know, they had very tight control over what they were doing.
Yeah.
And now we're going to see how that is without that. So,
yeah. I mean, whatever. It's
yeah.
Thoughts on the new B2 amp audio amps hitting the market? I put in a handful of the older B2 stuff. I know that's a Big Jeff exclusive.
Right.
Like he's fronting the bill on that. I don't really know anything about it. Like I haven't put zero time into figuring out what they have that's new, because it's really not. It's kind of not in my wheelhouse.
Right.
That's not to say I'm not saying anything bad about it. Don't think I just don't know. I'm not gonna pretend like I do.
On the new ones, I haven't touched them at all, so I don't know. I do know on the old ones, I think they were good bang for the buck. Like you're getting a better quality than you would with something off Amazon. Um, it's kind of they're
Bro,
like in
don't
the
say that.
now.
What will Derek do?
Well, hey, he did get a lot of views from the little 2-inch sub.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's been doing videos on here
Dude, I
lately.
know I should have bought one of those when we were there and they were sitting on the
Yeah,
counter. I
yeah.
didn't buy it. I should have bought it. Damn it, man.
Dude, like everybody, like Steve's making little enclosures for them.
Yeah,
But
they're
once
adorable.
Steve done the enclosures, like now I kind of want some to mess with because they're
Still
cool.
don't.
No, not for how much they cost. The
Yeah.
cost on those is, I'm sure it's, I don't know what it's worth it or not, but I have seen them.
How much are they?
They're like $100 and something bucks.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Let me look to be sure, because I don't. Yeah. They're not cheap, dude.
Aftermarket jail will be the next Boston Acoustic. I don't think they're going to destroy it. I just don't think it's going to be the same company as it used to. I don't think they want to cheapen the brand.
Yeah.
I don't think
no,
that's the goal.
they're cheaper. Nice. Okay, they're $53.
Okay,
that's more in line. That's more in line. Okay. So correction.
Yeah.
They're not cheap, but they're not expensive either. So
yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't want any. I got enough shit I got to play with and get a video out for. It's like, oh my god,
dude, you're telling me. And I don't even do videos anymore. Although I got to crank back. I got a few things. I've actually put the Audison in the Trooper, rebuilt the rack. Yeah, that took way more time than I expected it to. Plus, I was sick while I was doing it all, so that didn't help at all.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No, we it's like this week I got home and I was like, all right, get back into the grind. And I was like, man, I can't even open my eyes. Like I'm falling asleep eating dinner. I'm like, screw this. There is two things. One other thing that I saw that was really cool. Now a lot of this we'll talk about on Saturday. But so Memphis, we have pictures I'll show on Saturday. Memphis is coming out with an anniversary edition amplifier that's 24 karat gold.
Oh wow!
And bedazzled.
Hmm.
Oh my god, dude! I was like, I want them. How do I get these? Take my money. Come on, these are so ugly. I gotta have them. Come on, crazy. Nick.
What's it a 20th and just of their?
I have no idea. They're just an anniversary. It's a 4-channel monoblock, and they're so.
Is it in one? Or is it in one chassis? It's separate? Okay.
Yeah, it's two amps, same size. One's a 4, one's a mono. They're so gaudy, and it's just like, I love them, man. I was like, they have matching subwoofer too, but I don't care about that because subwoofers are just annoying.
So they're doing like the new audio bond thing, I guess.
It's just a commemorative thing. So they're going to be limited quantities, which I think sucks because it's like I totally want one. I'm like, God.
Dude, if they done like a repop of the original Memphis Bell with the it had you remember what it looks like, the silver with the heat sinks?
Yeah,
that I would maybe get just for nostalgia.
Yeah, I get it. I see. I wasn't into that. I just think these are so ugly. I gotta have them.
Yeah,
like I just want them so bad. Like every now and then, there's just product that I go, I have absolutely no use for this. I will never do anything with it. But god damn it, I want it.
Yeah, that's kind of how I was with them little 2-inch subs. Never gonna do anything, but they would look cool as hell on your desk in a little plexi box. They can be hooked up.
Yeah. No, they're cool. They're cool. And then there's another. So there's a white box radio that our buddy Lance. So anytime we're on the show, we go, hey, it's Lance Doss, the boss. That he's tech support for. And this is funny. So it's they make a 10-inch and a 9-inch, or a 9-inch and an 8-inch. I don't remember what it is. Full kits, the full, white box shit.
Yeah.
But they're doing the one thing that I said will change the whole thing. They come with an IDATA interface.
Oh man.
So you get a white box radio that has an IDATA interface in it so that the fucking thing works.
So is it going to be their software too then, I guess?
Yeah.
Oh.
But all the back end side, all the car stuff that usually goes wrong,
Right.
it's all IDATA.
Yeah. That's the main problem with those units is this
100%. The shit just doesn't
software
work.
And it's like it's weird and it's like you're using a phone that's a head unit and it's
Nope. So these will all be IDATA compatible. They all launch with IDATA in the box. And of course, they don't have a Mustang. I was like, God damn it. However, we might be back in business with Lynx Whale.
Oh man.
But now it doesn't matter because if Kenwood comes out with their thing first, I won't want the Lynx Whale thing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, he told me, he goes, hey man, I think I might have one I can get you. And I was like, you do realize what I'm doing here, right?
You had your chance, my guy.
Yeah, a year ago, that would have been really handy.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if I care. Because the first opportunity I get to pull out that factory radio and put one of these things in, it's going in.
Do you I guess, are people even watching the channel to see what's happened in the past? Because so let's 2 examples and they're both kicker. One of them was the kicker key. Like we literally had Kip was on the show on 12E Talk talking about the key before you guys even put a video out on it.
Right.
And I still didn't understand what the key was.
Right.
Really, until you guys done the video.
Right.
And you drop the key video and it's like, oh shit, this is like a easy button DSP.
Right.
For the people that don't do stuff like this all the time.
Right.
And then those things are just, they carried them all the way through the COVID protocol stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Right.
And then one of the greatest moments in 12E Talk history is when when you guys had the quad box and Derek was just like gobsmacked,
Oh, I still laugh.
And
warms my heart.
Yeah, it was, I mean, literally, that was the most genuine reaction ever. He was literally gobsmacked when that happened. But look, like you had that, then Derek put out the video, and it. I mean, I don't even know if they make those anymore. I don't even know if that's anymore.
Yeah,
but those things were flying off the shelves.
Yeah. Well, they just finally came out with the Solo X boxes. So those are shipping now. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Kenwood stuff will be out April, May. So that's when the ship date is on that. So here's a funny one on that one. So I'm assuming most people have seen the video by now.
I would assume. Yeah.
So here was the funny thing. All of the footage that we put in that video was all the stuff that our good friend Matt Yerger from IDATA put together. Like he draws all that shit. Like he's the guy that makes all the videos that show you how to install these things. Like his 3D rendering skills are like ninja level. And so we have a Dropbox page that has all this data in it. And for the PowerPoints, for the slide decks that we were going to make. And I was looking through it all and I go, there's a video in here. I know there's a video in here that I can make. I just didn't want to do a voiceover. And I was like, well, what if I do it explaining it to Fernando? Because he was still like, he's in and out of the phone calls. So he doesn't always pay attention. So I was like, you can just pretend like you don't know anything. He goes, well, I don't. I said, okay, perfect. So we shot that whole video twice because the first time we did it, the microphone didn't work. So that was fun. And so we shot it all, edited it, took it home, put music, did the whole thing. And like literally hours before I got on the plane, I was finishing that and uploading it because I had to upload it before I left because it had never upload. And it was just sitting there dormant because I didn't know when I could turn it on.
Yeah.
And so so the first day we had rep meetings. So they got to hear about all this crap. And then the second day we had a 2-hour long training. In the first hour, we introduced it. And the second hour, I don't even remember what we talked about. I was just in the back of the class going, yeah, sure. Because my class wasn't until the next day. But Josh told me, as soon as the first one is over, you can go live on the on the video. So I said, okay, nobody at Kenwood knew we had this video, except for Josh.
Yeah.
So as soon as that video hit, and we told everyone on Instagram, it's like, hey, in an hour, this video is going up. And apparently everybody listened, because when that video went, man, it went fucking on fire. And dude, we're in the booth, and the fucking Dave Hogue, the boss, he's the guy in charge of everything, comes over and goes, dude, you guys had a video already? We're like, yeah. He goes, that's awesome. It's doing great.
Yeah.
They were literally you think it was the Trump election, how these guys had a running ticker watching how many views this video was getting, and they were reading every single comment. I could not get a manufacturer to read a comment on a video if I paid them. They were reading everything. They aren't anymore, so don't worry about it. But they were just we made their day.
Yeah.
They were like, this is great. This is so odd. Oh my gosh, I can't believe. Oh, and they're sharing it it's getting passed around to all the reps, and of course we're just sitting there like, hi.
Yeah.
Hi, Team Fernando. This is what we do.
That's the whole moral of the story is work with these guys. Manufacturers work with these guys. Make something happen.
Oh, what do you think about this Stinger 4K? I'm just happy it's finally out. I have no idea, man. I mean, listen, anything over 1,000 watts to me is way too much power. So rock on.
Yeah.
That's
well out of my league too. Although I say that, and I have the Warhorse I plan on installing and a few other things, but I'm not going to be using it at full power. Dude, did it cut out?
Yeah, it's okay. It's bouncing back around.
I done the hand gesture on accident.
Oh,
I forgot. It's doing. Yeah. Okay, we got to do it on purpose now.
Yep.
It's not working.
I know the Sparked Innovations is coming out with subwoofer, but it's there again. It's one of those things that
it's going to take a lot of power. I seen that at Slamology. It reminds me of a cross between, I don't remember if you remember GS Audio in the early 2000s and an Audio Bond.
I was thinking Audio Bond when I saw it. It's a pretty woofer.
Yeah, it's awesome looking.
Yeah. So
the fan guys. Yeah.
They make fan. Oh yeah. I'm like, wait, they make
that's their whole business.
Yeah, I'm thinking fan. Ceiling fan.
Oh yeah. They make amp fans.
Yes.
Jesus,
come
you're
thinking
it's
crazy.
Don't do this to me right now. Come on. I gotta turn it off. I don't know what's going on.
I'm running a K. Yeah. Okay. I mean, hey, listen, I have a lot of big amps. I don't need anything over 1,000 watts. No, don't get me wrong. It's not to say I don't like big amps. I mean, trust me, man. My dream. So when we were there, God damn it, there was a big amp manufacturer that was sitting there, and they had the back off. It looked like an American bass. I know it wasn't, but it's that big monster, just huge sub amp.
Yeah.
And I always look at that and go, God damn it, I want one of those. And then Bobby had his 30K or whatever the hell it is. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, that thing is thick.
Right.
And that his amps are cool, man. They have the girder, the sides of the amps are like the girders, so you can build shit. I was like, that's fucking cool.
And they're blue.
Yes.
They're full color blue. Yeah.
Who doesn't like blue? But I don't ever want to run those. I mean, to me, it's I just like looking at that shit.
And I'm like you. I really, if it was just me, 1,000 watts is fine. But I'm gonna go ahead and put the Warhorse in. That way, when I do start making videos again, I have more power to play with when I test. But yeah.
I mean, look at Brian, for God's sakes. He has those 4 gigantic amplifiers.
Yeah.
That he's you know, of course, he's also got like 4 giant Lucas batteries in there.
Yeah.
That thing plays all day. So audio dynamics, DC, etc. All the same Korean outfit, making the same. Yeah, huge. Yeah, I mean, I don't care who makes the stuff, to be honest with you. I mean, listen, a build house is a build house is a build house. All right, that's the reality of it. What we need is build houses here in the United States, so everyone will shut up.
Yeah.
You know, and then like we can pay guys way too much money to build everything here. That would be cool, right? And then we'd have no tariffs. Yeah, that's a whole nother thing.
Build houses only matter if the designs have not been touched. If you're giving them their own design, your own designs, and you got your own specifications, they'll build you whatever you need.
Whatever you need, baby.
If you're taking something off the shelf from them and not touching it,
put some Burr Brown in it. Just sprinkle Burr Brown in it.
Then you're gonna get into that kind of situation.
Sprinkle the Burr Brown on top of it. It'll be amazing. Yeah, that's what I like. Sprinkle with Burr Brown. We were talking about that this week. Yeah. Brad was laughing. You know, he's like, "Oh yeah, we know. There's Burr Brown and everything now." I go, "Yeah, just sprinkle it in.
You gotta do it, man."
He's like,
on the Class D, you know, Chinese, Brazilian style lamp, you gotta have the Burr Brown.
Speaking of Brazilian, so Sound Digital redid their whole line.
Did they?
Yep. So they have all new amplifiers. So 2025, you're getting all brand new Sound Digital amplifiers. Look a little nicer. Totally new design. So
I want to listen to some of their GAN amps. Haven't done that yet.
I have. I don't care.
Yeah, that's the only thing. The rest of it to me is it's pretty. They make some powerful amps. I mean,
oh yeah,
sure. And they're probably a lot better quality than a lot of other Brazilian amps that are out there.
So the hardest part I have is when I walk around with my engineer friends, because they love to just walk around and point shit out and be like, "Yeah, we tried that. That's stupid. Yeah, we can never get that to work." Or we don't see the benefit of that. Not saying that in general. I'm just saying they'll walk around and they go, "Oh yeah, we know who that guy is who they bought that from," you know. And you're just like, you're. It's like walking around with the guy that's telling you all about Santa Claus, you know. And you're going, "Dude, you're ruining everything. Like you're legit ruining everything." I'm sorry. Do you want to live a stupid life and be dumb? Sometimes I like the Matrix, okay?
Ignorance is bliss.
Put me back in the Matrix, okay? I don't care if this is real.
Yeah,
Jesus
exactly.
Christ. You know, like they just steal all your goddamn thunder. Like, God, we were talking about, we were at dinner and we were talking about dampening factor. And
oh my God.
Oh no, it was hilarious because he's like, "Dude, we can't even publish that shit anymore." And I'm like, "Why?" He goes, "Because the fucking amplifiers don't even work that way." Like, the number would be so incredibly weird. Everyone would look at it and be like, "I don't understand it." Be like, "Yeah, no shit."
Yeah.
It's not even like
they would act like they understood it though on Facebook. 100%.
DIY audio
guy. What's up, Justin?
Yeah, it was funny. I was like, "Really?" He's like, "Oh yeah, dude. I mean, the way we built this," and then they go nerdy on me, and I just stand there and go,
yeah.
I go, "You do realize I do 2 things in life. 1, I'm a Carstarian taller, and 2, I talk to a camera, which means I have very few friends, and I don't make a lot of money. What makes you think I know what the hell you're talking about? Like, I am friends with you, so I don't have to know this."
Yeah.
It's your job.
Hey, man, listen, what's the slew rate? That's all that matters.
Oh no, that doesn't matter either. Okay, they're like, Jesus
that's the two. That's the two that everyone's very concerned about: dampening factor and slew rate.
Yeah, they're like, "Goddamn," and they're like, "Yeah, we don't publish any of that shit anymore. These fucking idiots." I'm like, "Okay," and they're like, "Yeah, it's like all this stuff is just like it's not even important anymore."
Yeah,
and I'm like, "Why?" This is because it's just the way the amplifiers are built and differently and the topology they have. And I'm just like, okay, yeah. And then they start talking nerdy, and I go, like, I would love to pretend like I could follow along with this conversation, but it's just not happening.
Yeah.
And they're like, what do you mean? Why? I'm like, cause I got so much shit in my head right now. I don't need to know that. Dude, if I'm having an argument for somebody, for one thing, I won't.
Yeah.
because I'll just be like, hey, I know how to solve this. We'll get this engineer on, and he can school your ass. I'm not going to, because it doesn't mean that much to me.
Yeah. Well, that's like showing, like, when I would show gut shots of an amp, like I'm just putting music over that because
Oh
I
yeah,
have a basic understanding of what's going on
it's
here,
a
but
cap.
I know the first layer of the onion. That's it.
Yeah, there's
I
a
don't know
cap, there's
anything
a power
past that.
supply.
Yeah.
Brad will sit there and he'll be like, all right, so that power supply is to this, this, and this, and this power supply
Yeah.
is to that. Then they got to put this one over here. Oh, and then he'll make some like scary shit and be like, oh yeah, so that power supply, that's because this one is too small, and so they had to put this buffer one in, and then you're just sitting there going,
Huh?
what? What? He goes, yeah, if I would have done that, I would have done this, and I would have changed the winding, and blah, 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 blah. And you're going,
That I feel the same way when Cassie comes tells stories about all the different laws and everything. It's like, bro, I have no idea how any of this works. Like you could tell me anything and I just had to believe you. So like what
that was,
funny happened or what?
yeah, no, no, you got to pull a Derek and be like, stiff Tiffany connectors, baby.
There you go. Hey, that's the move, maybe. Like,
Yeah.
I do like these,
Tiffany.
so I will say that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got Tiffany over there, and I'm like, "Who the fuck is Tiffany?" I honestly had no idea. I was like, "Tiffany? Who's Tiffany? Why?"
Yeah.
I had to look it up. I'm
Or
like, Tiffany connectors. Oh, RCA's with a nut. Okay, why are they calling it Tiffany? Because Tiffany always likes a nut. I mean, I don't know. I mean, was
it's
the
like
guy's name Tiffany?
it's
Was
like
it a girl?
jewelry.
Oh, it's
Do you
sexy.
remember the old RCAs? So just regular RCAs.
Mhm.
You remember the old RCAs like Monster Cable that were so tight they would pull the jacket off of
Oh
those?
yeah.
Dude, that was a nightmare.
Yeah.
I think that's probably why Derek loves the Tiffany because those never did that, but
Right.
yeah.
So it's funny. So I did watch this guy make a gun, and the bullets were capacitors.
Ooh.
And it was really cool. And he was like shooting shit, and like it was overly complicated. And he was blowing up capacitors, and those were the bullets. And I was like, damn, that's pretty cool. 725 amps. Yeah, I mean, they're all the same. I don't know.
They do stuff.
Yeah, they do stuff.
Yeah.
They amplify.
That's what I know about them. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I take the tops off. I show them to people. The people that know, they can take a look and be like, they can learn all that they want to learn. I don't need to capacitor bullets. Yep.
Gonna pop a cap in your ass,
Oh,
literally.
right. I know. It's so cool.
Literally.
Yeah, that was neat.
Uh,
I'm like, oh, that's so badass.
uh,
Um,
jeez.
but no, I just look at it like I'm just gonna show you guys. I can't wait to take the top off of the. Oh no, didn't we take? Did we already take the top off of the? Yes, we did. I was trying to think, that kicker amp. Did we already take the top off
The
that?
7-channel?
Yeah,
I think you did,
I
didn't
think
you?
we did too. We just need to dyno it.
Yeah, you did 2 videos on it.
Yeah, I think we did take the
Pretty
bottom
sure.
off of it because
Yeah,
because it's got all those power supplies inside of it. That thing looks
yeah.
sexy. Yeah, I remember now because it had Fernando's little weightlifter guy thingy in there.
Mhm.
And the dumbbell. Yeah. Okay. I remember now. Yep. There's too much shit going on in my head. So I was walking through CVS getting some NyQuil because I'm an old school NyQuil guy.
You wanna drink it? Or you
No,
do
I like the pill because
Oh,
if I
okay.
drink it, I'm drinking way too much, and you're not going to see me for at least 48 hours. So I got to take a pill,
Yeah.
otherwise I'll.
You that purple drink, man.
Yeah, I won't be. You won't see me for a while. But they have a whole, which I didn't realize this was a section. They have a whole brain section. It's for brain, and I was like, I might have to go down that aisle. It's like brain health. I guess it's a thing. I don't know. I know as much
Be
about
like
medicine as.
what's that stuff Joe Rogan's always
Oh yeah,
hawking?
he's pimping the shit out of that crap. Yeah.
What is that? I can't think of it, but it's something like that.
Yeah. I like the new JVC Cam direct replacement radios. Would love to get my hands on some. Any idea when they will drop the Toyota? So that's going to be phase 2. So that'll be later this year. So, and there again, the 1058 is coming out, which is the floating screen. So your Toyota would have to have an 8-inch touchscreen that's replaceable in it now in order for that to be meaningful. Otherwise, it would just be the regular 1058, which is a single DIN replacement for the 1057 with Toslink.
That would have been awesome for the Jeep year model before mine, where they had the 7-inch screen. But now
Yeah,
they got the 12-inch screen. It's like,
so the float, the FL, is for the Jeep.
Yeah.
Because the float mount kit is designed to fit differently. Because the brain, one of the things about one of the specs for the kits is that the brain has to be able to mount like this, like this, and then like this. And there's a gyroscopic sensor in there because you have pitch and roll now built into the radio. But you have to, when the radio first boots up and you go through and set like your date, time, and all that, it's going to ask you the orientation of the brain because it's a digital gyroscope, and it will program itself to 0 once you've powered it up, so it knows how to work properly. Otherwise, you'd be driving around and your car would think it rolled over. So, somebody's going to do it.
Yeah.
They're going to get past it and be like, oh, what? I fucked up.
Someone's friend that did it cheaper.
Yeah. So, and there are no harnesses in the box. So if you buy one, you have to buy a Ken 1 harness from IDATA because they're not putting the harnesses in the box. Why? We have hundreds and hundreds of harnesses. It's like, oh, thank God.
Yeah. For you guys, for the regular guys, like, I got to remember to do this.
Yeah, I mean, when you go search for the product, it tells you on the website.
Yeah.
It says, here are the parts you need.
Listen, what if I got off eBay? Did someone bought it and didn't use it?
Sucks to be you, bro.
I know.
Deal with it.
Someone's going to do it, though.
So the GM Bose will be later this year. They're actually finishing that up now. So that won't be ready at time of release, but they're working on that. That's like everyone is focusing on that. So that's their priority one, is getting that stupid thing to work. I mean, Pac just finally got it to work the other, like last month. It's like, fantastic. But they still haven't made the amp replacement yet. That's still coming. So,
hey,
yay.
New car problems.
Definitely new car problems.
Well, that's it for this week's show.
We made it. We made it.
We have another show. We watched stuff. I forgot what we agreed to watch, but I think
Gladiator 2.
I didn't watch it.
Really?
I didn't watch it.
Dude, I stayed up last night, like,
did you really?
Fix some eyes to watch it.
You could tell me about it. I was waiting to watch it, and then I forgot to watch it.
Oh my gosh, dude. I was like, I gotta watch it. I'm like this.
Oh man. I forgot what we even agreed to watch.
Dude, and I was emotionally unstable because I had drugs, so I'm like, this movie is so touching.
You could tell me all about it. I watched a bunch of other stuff, but
oh good. Well, we'll have stuff to talk about. I did too.
Excellent.
So. All right, guys. Thanks for watching as always. Don't forget the news tomorrow at 9.
We'll see you. Oh, and if you're looking for car audio stuff, I just posted a shitload of it on my Facebook. I'm trying to make some room, and I got a bunch more to post. So
fantastic.
Frank knows. He bought a battery. So all right, we'll see y'all next week.
See ya.